Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. So we are back. My name is Anja. I'm a CEO and founder of Free Spirit Human Capital. Uh, it's a company. Yeah, recruitment agency, or I rather say human empowerment agency for reconnection and transformation. And so far, I don't know if you have seen, but all the videos that we have made so far, they're all on YouTube. Okay. And of course, you can reach them, you can watch them. And if you don't have time, I'm going to tell you a little trick. If you do not have time to watch all the videos, just use artificial intelligence. So go on YouTube and download, I think, I don't know, like it's like a summary. Yeah. So it's like YouTube summary. It's an app. Yeah. And then you can use it because it gives you a transcript of whole video and then you can see the summary. So basically you don't have to watch all the videos. You can just check, yeah, the main topics and highlights, and then you can learn something more. So all the topics that we already did in previous videos, they were really interesting. But today is like one of the most interesting ones as well. And it's about handling unexpected um, situation on job interviews. Yeah, at the job interview. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know how many people are watching this. I never know. But let's say, yeah, there are at least few of you. And you already had some interesting experiences at the job interview. Um, I know that I had a lot of them. And yeah, I will share some of them with you today. But what is most important when I'm mentoring my mentees, yeah, these are students or who are preparing for the first job interview, or these are like really established professional who are changing their career, and they want to be empowered with information, with the knowledge, with the wisdom, how to handle certain situations. And yeah, when I always say, just do not put yourself in this, I'm not going to say submissive position, but how I say it's like subordinate position. Yeah. So you are nothing less than somebody on the other side of the screen, if it's an online interview, or somebody on the other side of the table, if it's a one-on-one live interview. And yeah, what can go wrong? What can go wrong? Well, like I said, a lot of things can go wrong, but it doesn't really matter because just take it as a game. Yeah. You're not there to convince anyone. You already know. You are just radiating and showing who you are, what you know, why are you solution for them, and that will help you to reach that next level. You are not there to be, oh yeah, I just wanted, for you to like me or love me because I need this job and I will do everything. I will do anything in the world, to get this job. It's not like that. Don't do it like that, okay? So let's see. Maybe I can start with a few of my examples. Eh? So oh my God, one of the interviews that I will never forget in my life was one when I applied for, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's something to do with cinema. Yeah. When people are going to cinema, yeah, there are a lot of movies, and there's behind the scenes, there are people who are measuring the success of one movie, or like a group of movies or something like that. So it was like a analytical position. I had absolutely no idea about it. Like I was like, oh yeah, cinema, I love movies, let's go. So I applied, and they asked me to come for an interview, and it was in Slovenia, yeah. but the interview was in Croatian language. So that was first obstacle. And I was like, oh my God, like I have no idea how to handle this. But yeah, whatever, like there were some other people there and they helped me, but it was very, very uncomfortable feeling for me. And then they gave me this task. Yeah. Like when I went to the interview, so they gave me a piece of paper. I was like, yeah, now you do this. Yeah. So something with Excel or whatever. And I was looking at that. I had no idea. Absolutely no idea. I didn't know like the expressions. I wasn't familiar with the expressions. I had no idea what I have to do. And at that time, I wasn't so confident, of course. So I didn't even ask. I was just there for half an hour, just, writing something, drawing. I was, drawing like flowers and just something like scribbling. And I was like, oh my God, this is really embarrassing. Like, what the hell is going on? Um, but yeah, after half an hour or something like that, they were like, are you done already? I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm done. And I gave them the paper, and it was like, absolutely, like, it was such an embarrassing moment because I didn't do anything. And they were like, yeah, so what is this? Yeah. I was like, I had no idea what I had to do. So why didn't you ask? Yeah, I didn't know how to ask. So, it was very, very, very uncomfortable moment. Like not even in a million years, I thought that they would, invite me to next round of interviews. So what was my lesson here? Like what did I learn from here? I learned that I have to ask. And before I go to the interview, um, or before you go to the interview, just prepare yourself. Just get as much information as possible how the interview will look like. Yeah. I had no idea that I will, be put in this position, that I will have to speak in Croatian language, or, that I will have to do all this stuff. And they didn't tell me, most probably because I haven't asked. Yeah. And this is really, really crucial. So just ask before you go to the interview. Ask, hey, how is this interview gonna look like? Are there gonna be more people? Will only be me and you? Or, like just get this image in your head, um, how it's gonna be like. Yeah. So for me, it was very uncomfortable. I was very embarrassed. I didn't want to go through that again. But you can avoid that kind of situation. And even though you find yourself in, this uncomfortable situation, it's just like, yeah, so I didn't ask. Okay, so that's my lesson. So what am I learning from it? Yeah. You don't have to, like, it's not the end of the world. It's really not the end of the world. You are feeling uncomfortable at that moment, but that doesn't mean that this event will influence your life, or affect your life, because it's not, because it's just like a drop in the ocean. Yeah. Anything what happens is just a drop in the ocean. So yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, that was interesting experience. And then another one, it was when I had a job interview for one sales position. It was for a sales representative. And this, my future boss, I had an interview with him. He asked me really unusual questions. So he asked me, hey, do you have a loan? So what is the, some bank statistics or whatever? And it had, like, the job had nothing to do with that. Like, he just asked me general questions. And then he asked me, like, hey, where is your car park? Yeah, where do you have your car park? I was like, why? Like, yeah, I need to see if your car is clean or not, because that really tells me a lot about person. And I was like, okay. So I was, shocked. And I also felt uncomfortable, but I was more confident. So I was like, no, it's, my car is far away. So we better just talk here. I'm trying to be like, whenever I find now, when I find myself in very like uncomfortable situation, I try to joke a little bit about it, so it's like it's not so tense. So I try to align energies. So nobody is like, like above me in energy meaning. So yeah, but okay, listen to this. I actually got that job. I got that job and they hired me. It was amazing experience. I was there for like 4 years or something like that. But I got the job. I got the job because I wasn't, I didn't break down. I was okay with all the unusual and like stressful situation that they put me in. So okay, we have a few more, yeah, but let's go through the list. I have a short list here. What can happen at the interview? If you have any question, okay, yeah, the question just arrived. So what if you apply for the job just because you want to do something and they ask you, where do you see yourself in a year career-wise? Oh my God, that's an amazing, yeah. I call it, I mean, like if somebody asks you, where do you see yourself in a year? It's okay. But if they ask you, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? For me, that's really stupid question. Yeah, because like you saw, for example, when pandemic hit, the whole world changed in like 1 year or 2 years. So you cannot really predict. I always say, if you want to predict the future, create it, and you can create it. So if you just want to do something, just say, hey, here, at this time, now, or like a point of my life that I'm gaining experience. I'm open for new experience. I don't know what I want in life yet, but that's okay. Because no, but like there's so little, like there are not many people. There are not many people who know what they want in their life. Yeah, who know what they want to do. Like the programming that we have, hey, you have to know what you want in your life. That's a lie. That's absolutely a lie because I'm talking to a lot of adult people, like established professional, and they have no idea what they want to do in their life. Like, like what is their passion because they still have to discover that. But I always say, hey, just try as many things as possible so you will know what you don't like, because when you will know what you don't like, then you will know what you like. Okay? So if you get the question, where do you see yourself 1 year from now, you just say, hey, I really believe that I will be more empowered. I will have more experiences, like practical and theoretical experience. And then, like that, I will find something that it will be also fulfilling for me. And I will be able to contribute something to company, the society, to this bigger picture. So there's nothing wrong if you say, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I will do in 1 year, but I really see myself being more empowered, to have more experience. I'm kind of into, I don't know, digital marketing. I will, research about that, but I'm open for everything. Like my intention is to learn, to grow, to contribute something good to the world, to the company, to be a team player, to learn, how to, I don't know, lead a team, or to get more skilled in certain areas, or whatever. So yeah, that would be my answer. Another question: if we don't have matching energy at the interview and my gut tells me not to accept the opportunity, what should I do? Well, that's a rhetorical question. You don't accept the opportunity. I mean, have in your mind that every time when you enter the interview, you are not there, to be likable. You are not there for them to choose you, but you're also there to choose them. Okay? You are in position, and put yourself in that energy. And you are in positions like, okay, are they good enough for me? Am I going to fulfill my, desires or wishes or whatever, my goals, if I will be working with them or not? If not, then I would recommend you, to pass on this opportunity. But if you're like really, oh my God, I need money or whatever, then try to find those, positive spots. Like even if you say yes to some opportunity, there's always like a probation period. Yeah. It's like 6 months or something like that. And then you can give you can give each other a chance to do something good, or to, yeah, to drift apart. Like it doesn't it's not the end of the world. Okay, I did that. I mean, I did it. It wasn't my intention. I had a job. I was, hired and everything. And then after 6 months, they were like, yeah, you're not the right one for us. And I was like, okay. But yeah, I was, there are certain situations that you can, they offered, like, situations and opportunities are offered to you as lessons, and you can just embrace them. It really depends, like, if you really need a job, if you really need the money, or you're just exploring, your options. So what's the best approach when faced with a difficult or hostile interview? Yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. Where hostile or difficult interviewer, um, it's never about you. Okay, it's never about you. Don't take it personally, because it's never about you. Maybe that person, woke up in the morning and he or she had a fight with the, husband, wife, kids, or whatever, or something really, really bad happened to them, or like his or her boss, yelled at him or her. So whatever happens, and whatever, like, attitude they they show during the interview, and, like, just throw that energy, like that negative energy towards you, it's never about you. It's Don't take it personal. They don't even know you. They don't In a way, they don't even care about you. They're just looking for solution for their challenge. Okay, so um just be nice, and just be like, I mean, if somebody's yelling at you or whatever, just like, yeah, with all due respect, I really don't believe this was professional. So if you agree, we can end this conversation now, because I don't think that there's an energy alignment. Or, like, do you think that there's something that we need to talk about? Like, is there any information that I can give you regarding the job, like, without you being upset? So the thing is, it's never personal. Yeah. And if you have a person on the other side that, and sometimes that can happen. Yeah. It's never personal, but there are people on the other side who are, how can I say, who are sucking other people's energy for them to feel better. So they are feeding their ego with your energy, because they want to put you down. They want to see you humiliated. They want to see you scared, because, that's who they are, because they don't know how to handle this energy in different way. But it's never about you. Like, if somebody else would be on the other side of the screen, or on the other side of the table, that would happen to them as well. So yeah, but we're getting okay. um okay, another one. My mind went blank during an interview and I couldn't continue after that moment. Any advice for next time? I'm afraid to take another opportunity. Okay, yeah, that's a good example. That happened to me as well. And it was actually an audition for a speaker at TV station or something like that. It was like a TV show or something. Oh my God, I froze. Oh, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. All I had to do, it was like one sentence, and I blew it. But now how I learned to do that, you can try one of the really, really cool techniques. It's a heart math technique. Heart Math Institute. I'm pretty sure that I've been talking about that in one of my previous videos, but I'm also a Heart Math Institute certified trainer. So one of really, really cool techniques is heart focused breathing. Okay, and there are many of them, but you can start with this. Yeah, heart focused breathing. So before the interview, before the stressful, like potentially stressful event, just close your eyes and take a deep breath in, and take a deep breath in, and then breathe out. And then you focus, sometimes we people, like in meditation or whatever, we focus on our breath. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you focus on your breath. No, for me, it really helped me to focus on my heart. Just put your hand on your heart, yeah? And it's like, breathe in and just imagine that your breath is flowing in and out of your chest area. Okay? So when you focus on your heart, you activate these positive emotions. Okay? And then you can picture yourself. You you can picture yourself being in situation like talking to this woman or a man on the other side of the screen, or in the office or whatever, and that you feel really good, that you feel confident, and just do it from your heart. Okay, when I tapped into this heart power, it really 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 helps me, and that's super super powerful. So it's never about you. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have anything to be afraid of. Nothing. Because it's just a friendly conversation, and you will see, yeah, if this person, or whoever will be, like he or she on the other side of the table, of the screen, will give you enough information that you will be able to decide if this opportunity is good for you or not. But you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to be afraid of. Seriously. I know we are programmed, it's embedded in us, to be afraid of this confrontation because there's somebody more powerful, more experienced on the other side. But it shouldn't be like that. Just tap into your heart and find this power in your heart. You can, Heart Math Institute or Heart Math Experience. If you Google it, Heart Math Experience, you will get like a course. It's a free course, but it's super powerful. There are so many techniques there, so you can check it out. Okay, then there we have another one. How do you recommend handling unexpected questions about salary during an interview? I feel like that's always a taboo topic. Well, it is a taboo topic for somebody who doesn't want to tell. But like, ask yourself, are you there to work for, I don't know, a bag of potatoes, or for money? Yeah. You have rent, you have expenses, but you also have your desire, you also have your vision, you also have some skills, you also have passion, you also have, you are willing to contribute your energy, then like 8 hours per day, or even more or less or whatever, but you are willing to contribute your energy, your time, your willingness to learn, yeah, to success of their company. So that's an energy exchange. That's an energy exchange. Yeah. So you give that, they give you the salary, they give you the money, they give you the money. And what can be like, yeah, what can be stressful? Like, what are your salary expectations? They will probably ask you that because they need to put you in this frame. Yeah, they have in their mind, they already have an amount. They all have the amount in their head, yeah, in the mind. So it's just a matter of fact, like if it's yeah, it's just a matter if that amount in their mind is equal, or it's somewhere close to what they think you are worth. Okay, so what you will say, because when you're talking to us, like, okay, yeah, they are already putting a sticker, on your forehead. It's like, yeah, he or she is worth this. Like, if he or she will start working with us, we can pay him or her this amount of money. So it's just a matter of, of that. So it's never wrong or right answer. It's just how skilled you are, but not with manipulating. If you don't want to, if you don't know, you can say, "Hey, I have absolutely no idea what are the salary ranges for this position, because I don't know anyone. I was searching on internet. I found some information. I think this could be like the base, yeah, for this position, but I would really appreciate if you can tell me, like, what is the range, because I really have no idea. Like, regarding, like, I don't want to work for minimum, yeah, for minimum wage, because I see that I can contribute so much more. So just tell me. what are your, like what are you offering? What are your ranges? And it can be really professional conversation about it. It doesn't have to be uncomfortable. Not at all. It doesn't have to be uncomfortable. It's all about how are you talking about it. It's not like what you are saying, but it's the energy flow. So you have to know, like, you are worth you are worth something, and it's not the minimum. I'm like, what is minimum? Yeah, what is minimum wage? So if somebody offers you a minimum, then just say, okay, that wasn't really not my goal. Like, we can start with this, but in 3 months' time, if I do this and this and this, I expect this and this and this, and put it on a paper, of course. It shouldn't be just, an oral, like, conversation or whatever, because that will never happen if you don't put it on paper. Um, okay, so I hope I answered this question. And then let's start with this list, and then I'm going to go back to questions. So, unexpected question types. Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar, but we have different question types of questions at the interview. So, behavioral, I don't know if you're familiar with behavioral questions. So, these are like questions that seek to predict your future behavior based on past actions. Okay? So imagine, for example, like, what did you do? Like, that was a question. What did you do in that situation? For example, if you had to handle a big project, how did you handle it? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this is behavioral. So sometimes people are put in very uncomfortable position because of this kind of questions, because first of all, like, maybe they don't have experience with it, or the experience was not positive. Yeah. But it really depends, like, what kind of question on the topic. Yeah. There are really specific topics, yeah, what you can focus on. But it's always, I really, really recommend you to be just be honest about it, and be confident about it. Yeah. Like, even if you made a mistake or whatever, like, okay, you don't have to go into details, but just be confident about it. Do not be afraid of asking the question, I mean, like, of answering the question, or when you think about the past experience that it was not so positive or whatever, just like, okay, what did I learn from that? And yeah, answer that. Okay. So answer in that way. Do not go into details of what you did wrong, or what was the mistake, but just ask yourself, what did I learn from that experience? And then explain that. And that's definitely your added value. Okay. And then it's like hypothetical questions. So hypothetical questions are questions that place you in a hypothetical situation, so they can monitor, or they can see what will be your reaction or response. So it's like, imagine that you are working in a group of 5, 10 people, and I don't know, three of them start to fight. What will you do? Yeah, these are and some people, it's really some people, they just don't have the ability to imagine, you know and sometimes that can be really stressful. And it's like, okay, I never found myself in this kind of situation, but if that would happen, I would probably not get involved, or something like that. You don't have to put yourself under stress. It's like, oh yeah, I never did that. I don't know what to say. I don't know what they're asking me. I don't know, what kind of image I should put in my head. Just be honest. Yeah. Just be completely honest. Because more you will try to, I'm not gonna say manipulate, but try to get out of it. Yeah. You can get caught. You can get caught up in this, mix of lies or, pretending or whatever. And that, yeah, that's never good. So just be honest about it. Honesty, like in my world, honesty really pays off. But there's also questions like curveball. I don't know. It's an English expression. So that means, questions that they're so unusual that you don't really expect them. Like, for example, when that, future boss of mine gave me a question about my car, or the statistics for some banks or whatever. Yeah, because it's like there's absolutely no idea how I would know that, but he just wanted to put me in this situation to see how I will be able to handle it. Okay. And yes, interviewers will put you, sometimes they will intentionally, with intention, yeah, on purpose, they will put you in stressful situations just to see how you will handle it. And that can be, for example, yeah, like this just random question, or is like, what would you do if there would be an earthquake in the city and there's only one escape tool available, and that's like a, I don't know, like a slide, or something like that, yeah, or a roller coaster or whatever. It's like, okay, that's really unusual question that has absolutely nothing to do with the job you're applying to, but it gives them opportunity to see you, how you will react. Or if you go to the interview and they keep you waiting, yeah, then it's like, oh my God, in 10 minutes I have interview. Oh, it's already 20 minutes more, or like half an hour. Oh my God, they are late. And nobody comes to you. You're just waiting there, just waiting, just waiting. So it's a test of patience. Yeah. So, how you will handle it is like, hey, sorry, like, is it, it's gonna be like, like, how much longer do I have to wait, or something like that. Like, it's really, really cool that you stand up for yourself, that you do not put yourself in this lower position. Yeah. You don't have to be, of course, you don't have to be, how to say, in insulting, yeah, or you don't have to rude, yeah, you don't have to be rude about it. You can just ask, like, politely, hey, I've been waiting now for half an hour, would you mind telling me, like, is there, like, is the interview gonna happen, or something. If you are, for example, in an office or whatever, and you have a chance to talk to somebody who is walking by. If you are in a virtual room, um, that's absolutely okay. If you don't feel like waiting anymore, and you say, hey, like, I didn't know if that will happen after half an hour or something. I just stopped waiting, so you can give me another interview slot or whatever. Yeah. Like, don't put yourself in this uncomfortable situation just because you think you have to. Yeah. They expect you to do it, because if they put you in that kind of situation that you feel like an idiot, you ask yourself, like, do I really want to work with that kind of company? But I can tell you, there are a lot of companies that are doing that. Okay. Just to give you a heads up. Okay. So then, okay, there are some other challenges that they can occur. So, for example, if you have an online interview and there's a connectivity problem, like with Wi-Fi, or camera is not working, or I was, for example, I was one time, I was a part of the interview that person on the other side, like, they didn't, there were more people, but they didn't put their camera on, so I didn't even know who I was talking to. I was like, are you kidding me? That's really disrespectful. Like, if you don't, like, you can apologize. Like, I was like, oh, is there something wrong with your camera? And they were like, no, we just don't want to, like, it's, it, like, we don't feel like showing. I was like, well, sorry. Why do I have to put my camera on? I mean, I don't have anything, against it, but that's really disrespectful if somebody, is not on the same level and they just, put you in this, on the spot or something. So yeah, that's also some technical difficulties during remote interviews, or if somebody on the other side intentionally, like on purpose, is playing like that. So if this connectivity issues or Wi-Fi issues or camera or whatever issues occur, stay professional. It's not the end of the world. It's really not the end of the world. For example, also I was interviewing, I mean, I had a job interview for this really, really important position in my past. Yeah, that was like years ago. And I was stuck in traffic. And I was like, oh my God, I was so like, it was really, really stressful experience. But then I was just like, you know what? It's not the end of the world. Like there was a car accident. I cannot do anything about it. I will definitely be late. I will probably be even, like, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours late. I don't know. So I just called them. Hey, there was a car accident. Sorry, I'm not gonna make it. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it because there's nothing I can do. And they were like, oh yeah, it's okay, yeah, blah blah blah. But the they they weren't really, I don't know, they offered me new. I was like, yeah, you can offer me new slot interview. Yeah, you can offer me you can propose new time. And I think they actually did, but then I said no. I don't know, it didn't feel right. So because of another opportunity that I got. But the thing is, like, just stay professional. You are a human being, and stuff happen, and there's nothing to worry about. Like you shouldn't be under stress, or like you shouldn't put yourself um in this situation so you're under pressure or something like that. So yeah, stay professional. And then there are some questions that they will also put you in some uncomfortable position regarding your personal life. So, hey, do you have kids, or are you planning to get pregnant, or like these are very inappropriate questions. And with employers sometimes, or like HR people, recruiters, whatever, they are really not familiar with the boundaries. And it's nothing wrong if you show them the boundaries, because you are not obliged. You don't have to answer all these questions. If you don't feel answering, you don't have to answer them. Okay? Because when they cross that line, again, you ask yourself, like, if they are doing that now, and if we eventually start working together, my God, that's going to be a really horrible experience if they don't respect my privacy now, how it will be when we will start working together. Um, okay, this is not, okay, another question. This is not an interview question, but what if we are promised certain things during an interview and they are not fulfilled at all? Yeah, put it on paper. Put it on paper, everything. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna start here. Oh, you're gonna have a new computer. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Of course, at the interview, promises are thrown just like that. Like, ooh, yeah, I will do everything. Just that we will get you on board. But next morning, that person can wake up and something happens or whatever, and they will completely forget about it, or they will change their mind. Put it on paper. Everything, like all the promises, put it on paper or in email, and just say, okay, so today we've been discussing a lot. Yeah, like you gave me amazing offer. Da, da, da. Please, can you put this in email or in a written form, because I really want to. I really want to have it in this form. And you will see, if they will be avoiding, then you will see that they don't mean it. Okay. And if they will do it, then that's legit. Then of course you can expect, and you will have a piece of paper, especially if it's like a contract, and then you put like a appendix to it or whatever, and you will have something in your hand that it will be legally, you know, legally strong, and yeah, you will be able to negotiate about it. So I hope that I answer this question. But everything, put it on paper or in email, in written form. Yeah. Because blah, blah, blah words, they can go away and nobody can remember them. Okay. What else? What else? Um, okay. It can be stressful also if a person is told, hey, it's going to be one-on-one interview. Yeah. And then the last minute is like you get an email. Yeah, sorry about that. It's not going to be one-on-one interview. It's going to be a panel interview. So, there will be more people involved. And it's like, sometimes it's like good cop, bad cop. Yeah. Or like more interview, more like your competitors. And that can be pretty uncomfortable and that can be pretty stressful. But just like I said, just take it as a game. You are not competing with anyone, and you are certainly not there to be, to convince anyone about your worth. Yeah. You are there, like before the interview, you should know who you are, what you know, like why are you solution for them, and what you want to do like in terms of the job interview that they are offering you. So this last minute switches or last minute changes can be really for some people can be really stressful, but just take it as a game. It's seriously, it's nothing, it's not really a different experience. I mean, it is a different experience in a way that you have more people around, but like if you have this you know foundation of your energy, of who you are, what you want to say, it really doesn't matter who is on the other side. um Okay. What else? Okay, we covered that. Unexpected delays and schedule changes. Aha, okay. Surprise tests or assignment. Yeah. That happened to me as well. Like I said, when I had an interview for that cinema job. Um, so yeah, if they caught you off how do you say, like if they caught you off guard, like if they catch you off guard that you are not prepared to do something, I would really recommend you, like if you have no idea, if you have no idea, or yeah, that you find yourself in situation that I was, but I'm pretty sure that you are smarter than that you will, like at least a little, that you were prepared for an interview. Then just be honest about it. Like, don't waste your time and don't waste their time. Just be honest about it. It's like, hey, I I have no idea, what I have to do here. I'm like, I can learn, of course, eventually, but at this point, no, that's not my cup of tea, or that's not my expertise or whatever. So, honesty, honesty pays off. What else? So, mhm. Dealing with various interviewer personalities. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Probably you had most of you, if you already had, some interviews, job interviews, you find yourself in a situation that somebody on the other side, it was like super friendly, super open, yeah, and it's like, wow, I'm like, yeah, you felt really good. Um, and then maybe on like in next stage, yeah, it was not like that. Like that person was more hesitant or more like, I'm gonna say professional. You can be very open, you can be very friendly and professional, but it's like, the vibe was completely different. So how you handle that? Because it's like, oh, I thought that we were friends, and now you are like, acting completely different. Um, well, like I said, don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. And don't expect anything from anyone, because people, like their behavior, their attitude, their tactics or methods or whatever, like you have no idea what is there in their head. Like you have no idea what they can pull out of their sleeve, and then they can shock you with it. So just, I would say, expect unexpected and just have fun with it. Okay. Expect unexpected. um and even if you find yourself in this unexpected situation, just try to have fun with it. Yeah, just try to see it from, fun point of view. Sometimes I even joke about myself, not like in a degrading way or something. But yeah, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I never found myself in this kind of situation. I don't know what to do. I feel a little bit silly, but you know, like let's do this. Let's do this. Um, so yeah, do not expect from somebody on the other side to be your friend or something or your enemy, you know, because that behavior can change can change like that. Okay, then cultural or organizational fit questions. Okay. Um, yeah, that can also happen. And okay, what is my tactic? Like when I'm helping to recruit for companies, my tactic is that whoever is suitable, you know, candidate, they give me, of course, they give me contacts or whatever, and I contact them. And first contact is always about them and about the company, but never about the job. Okay, that's my tactic because I believe that person on the other side needs to be empowered about, you know, with information about the company, not about job position, not about skills, but it's like, hey, let's get to know each other. Yeah, let's get to know each other. So it's like the person knows more about the company, about the culture, about the energy, you know, about the organization itself. And I am able to get to know to the person who is more than that expert on CV. Yeah. So I want to see who is that, I don't know, that person beyond CV and beyond their past working experiences or like, you know, career goals or whatever. So that's my tactic. But if you find yourself in situation that they ask you about, yeah, the cultural fit or um, in what kind of environment, you know, you like to do or you like to work, or what do you think about I don't know, like what are your values? Yeah, that can be, for example, question, what are your values? So what do you think? Like, you can write it down. That would be awesome if you can write some answers. I don't really see it because I only see I mean questions, but the values, yeah, like what is important to you? That can also be one of the questions. Like what is important in your life, and you know maybe like how like based on those values they will see like okay, are you fit for our company, for our organization or not? But again, be honest. Be honest. Like if you want to be successful, world known, if you want to be a billionaire or whatever, just be straight up. Like, you know, like just be honest about it. Like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to be that. I want to have a house on a beach or whatever. But I'm also willing to do this and this and this and this and this. Yeah. So basically, or like family, friendship, like you don't have to, like, if they ask you also about your values, you don't have to adjust your values only to career field. Okay, it's so much better that you mention also your values like as a person, as who you are in your personal life. So you know, family, friendship, I don't know. Yeah, you can also let, I don't know, abundance of life, abundance of health, abundance of money. You know, it really depends on what you believe in. But my suggestion is not to only be in this framework when you are talking to an interviewer. You like don't talk only about the career. Yeah, like it should be, of course, it's very important and it should be emphasized, but it's not just that. Every single person on the other side, they want to know who this person is, you know, like beyond their CV, like who this person is. Like they are opening the doors of their company to enter, you know, and then of course they are they are welcoming a human being, not only human doing. Um, well, that's at least how I mentor people and companies that they should behave. Um, so, okay, let me see if there's more. Unexpectedly ending the interview. Yeah, that can be also challenging. So, you come to the interview and you prepare yourself, and they give you, and you believe that it's going to last for like half an hour or maybe 45 minutes or something like that. And then after three questions, they are like, well, thank you very much. We'll be in touch. Yeah. And you're like, what the hell just happened? Yeah, like, did I just failed, or what happened? What happened? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like, yes, sometimes this can be a sign that they didn't see you as the right candidate. That definitely can be a sign. But it also can be a sign as like maybe they got enough information from whatever, maybe from previous interviews, or maybe like, they saw your LinkedIn, or maybe the answers that you provided, they were good enough for them. So don't put too much stress regarding this topic, like if the interview ends unexpectedly, because that happened to me a few times as well. Yeah. Or maybe, like when I was at a business meeting or something, like presentation, it's like, yeah, we'll be in touch. Oh, thank you for coming, we'll keep in touch. Thank you for coming, we'll keep in touch. What does that even mean? Yeah. So you can just ask, so when can I expect an answer? Just handle it in professional way. So don't be like, oh shit, like they don't like me, they don't like me. I blew it, it's the end of the world. Oh, what did I do, what did I do? So you will be like, you know um torturing yourself for the next, I don't know, 2 weeks. Nah, you don't have to do that. It's just like, if it ends, it ends. But you have the right to ask, like, what are the next steps? Like, you can also ask, like, okay, thank you very much for your time as well. It was a pleasure meeting you. But like, I'm just asking straight up, like, in your honest opinion, do you see me in this position? Or this was just a polite conversation, and we can say no, and shake hands and go separate ways. Like, there's nothing wrong if you ask that kind of question, because you will save yourself a lot of time, and you will also save their time. And it can be a sign of your maturity. It can be sign of your determination, of your strength, of your inner strength, of your inner power, and also like confidence and self-belief. So yeah, I would recommend you to stand up for yourself, and no matter what happens in the interview. Oh my God. So we have 7 more minutes. Okay, that was fast. So 7 more minutes. If there are any more questions, I can definitely answer them. Well, at least I will try. Um, otherwise, let me invite you. Okay, let me share a few more information with you. So, like I said, everything what we did with previous videos, narcotic facts, yeah, and everything else. It's available on YouTube. I also have my own YouTube channel, which is Free Spirit Human Capital. So it's Free Spirit Human Capital. That's my company. And you can find a lot of information then. Mostly they're in English, but they're also in Slovenian language. And yeah, there are a lot of information that I'm sharing, a lot of tips and tricks. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is my main platform. So I'm building the community there, and we are really, really exchanging a lot of energy on LinkedIn with students, with professional, with like-minded people. There's also a profile, I think it's Free Spirit 369 on Instagram, and Free Spirit Human Capital on Facebook. So that's it. And freespirithc.com, it's my website. And you can also you can also find me there. If anyone is interested, of course, like I'm mentoring quite a lot of people, empowering them, with their challenges and with solutions for the challenges, and also preparations for interview. Or I also have a mentorship program that they can take. But I really enjoy this one-on-one or in a group setting, with maximum like 10 people or something like that, like guiding, mentoring, so we can go through all this different experiences. So if you are interested in that, of course, you can contact me. We can find a solution also for you, because how I see it is, theory is one thing. Yeah, theory is a lot, but theory without the practice is only a theory. It's only a thought. It's only a wish. And sometimes, like from one to B, from A to B, um, it's very confusing. It's difficult, to like this journey. So it's always good idea to have somebody next to you. And it doesn't have to be me. Just, find somebody that you can really, I'm not gonna say depend on, but you can really open your heart to, and that person will guide you to the next level. Whether it's a mentor, it's a coach, or a friend, or somebody who really supports that next version of you, who you want to become, in professional or personal meaning. So, okay. Uh, Let me see what my certain things. Okay. No, we answered all the questions. Okay, I'm just going through questions, but I think that we answered them all. Good. Okay, so let's wrap this up. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. Yeah, links are everywhere. Also, I mean, on my LinkedIn, on my and you were sent the, yeah, okay, yeah, you were sent the links now. So like I said, if you go to my website, freespirithc.com, you will find most of the things there. But if you want to like directly talk to me, you can send me an email or connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram. Thank you very much. I hope you have an amazing day and even more amazing week. And I'll see you next month. I don't know what's the topic, but I will see you there. Bye. Thank you.